What's up, everyone? How's everybody doing? Um, we're live right now to do a off-season simulator. This might be our first one, or maybe our last one. We'll see how it goes. If you guys want us to bring it back, we'll continue to do it. So basically, it comes off of a spreadsheet that I made, and basically counting all of the payroll, luxury tax, all of that stuff. Basically budgeting an entire off season of different moves that you can make. And the Mets actually do have a lot of room. So we're going to actually have a lot of fun. I'm here with this guy who's usually here with me. And we're just going to have some fun and simulate an off season of what the Mets could possibly do. They did not win the World Series, so they obviously need to get better. And that's what our goal is right now. So, other than that, let's get started. Welcome to Mets Weekly, presented by Empire Sports Media.
On 3-2, Vader. Swings and misses, strike three. He struck him out. 5 Met pitchers combined for the second no-hitter in New York Mets history.
Well, you did this on your channel somewhat without this whole formula and everything. Give a recap of what this team needs. Like, off the top of your head, what do you think this team needs?
A lot. Obviously, we need 4 starting pitchers because 3 of them are opting out. Well, 4 of them are opting out or have options they can decline or accept. They need a whole entire bullpen, minus maybe 2 if you want to put Bryce Montez de Oca and Tyler McGill in a bullpen role full time. So you need 5 other relievers. You need a DH. And, also maybe some flexibility on your bench. Last year you had a lot of fat guys who play no positions besides offensive hitter. Maybe add some flexibility, a lefty killer off the bench. Maybe that would be nice. Potentially utility lefty killer potentially. So pretty much they need a lot for a team that won 101 games. It's kind of astonishing that they did because this team is very flawed. And yeah, so we'll see what we can do, and hopefully we don't get any comments. You guys don't yell at us because we don't like Matt Allen or something.
Well, as for Matt Allen, he's a tradable chip. I think he's one of our prospects that are a tradable chip, and that's kind of just a reality right now because the guy just has not pitched in a while. This is one of the main floating questions of a lot of our videos of just topics that we just don't know how to revisit because we haven't heard anything about it. But yeah, so prospects are something that we could talk about, possibly trading, stuff like that. I'm going to pop up the spreadsheet as of right now. I'm just going to figure everything out. So I think one of the biggest advantages we're going to have is backloaded contracts, mainly because of what we have with this 2 to 3 year time frame of Max Scherzer and Starling Marte being here. And I think as for right now, a lot of that backloaded stuff can really help towards the end of the payroll, even though these guys will most likely be older. But you know what? As of right now, what we're looking at is this year, and I think that's one thing that we really need to focus on.
Yep.
And that's the only thing. I think you're just trying to look at this year in particular, and not really full on worry about what is going to go on long term. Like down the line, I think we know that like there's this 2 to 3 year time frame of Max Scherzer being here. And the first year of it, they didn't win. They got to the playoffs. They had success, but not the success they wanted to have. And it shouldn't really stop them from going full on ham. So for those who want to do this yourself and make your own off season, as for the Mets, I might do some for other teams if some people want it. But as of right now, okay. As of right now, I think we're gonna just should I do a tab or should I do a? Yeah, okay. I'll pop up a window.
See, this is what happens when you're supposed to do work and you're watching the Rangers get clapped by the Sharks. Come on.
What happened? What are you talking about?
Just come on. Let's go. Should have been prepared already.
Bottom, top, side.
Bottom works, yeah. Probably the bottom. I mean, does it cover up anything on that? Is it covering up anything?
I don't think so. You still have to scroll either way. So you're
fine.
Okay. So we
have if it was way, yeah.
The active and guaranteed contracts that are going into the next season. Max Scherzer doesn't look like he's going to go anywhere. I'll tell you that right now. Francisco Lindor here for the next 9 years. We know that by now. Starling Marte, who I believe gets a raise. He was $14 million the first year, and now he's $20 million.
Yep.
We'll get to the next guy in James McCann in a little bit. Fuck that guy. Get rid of him. Mark Canha, I believe,
is 12.
Front-loaded. He's a front-loaded contract, correct?
I have it. Hold on. Give me the exact number going this year. I have it for the video.
I have 11.1.
I have him at 12.6 according to SpotTrack. That's what he was making.
Okay.
This coming
The Mets need more power? I don't think so, to be honest. I think
we need more table centers.
Great. We need more table centers, more leadoff hitters. Eduardo Escobar
is 10 flat, yeah.
There's definitely going to be a lot more flexibility, I'd say, next year with a lot of the club options. With that as for 2024. Darren Ruff, which it sucks that he's not a club option this year, but it's $3 million that you can probably just cut and
just cut it, yeah. Get rid of
basically add it to the retained salary with Cano, which as of right now we have the retained salary of $20,250,000, which is Cano's retained salary, which stinks that we still have to pay that, but that does not go against the luxury tax. I don't think so. We should trade for Max Kepler and Emilio Pagan. Is Emilio Pagan still where is he now?
He's in Minnesota. He was horrible around the All-Star break.
He was. All right, well, value's low. We can think about it. Okay, so then we have our arbitration cases. Terrence Gore, who's so freaking valuable. David Peterson.
Who's so freaking valuable.
So freaking valuable. Pete Alonso, who
He's a polar bear.
He is a polar bear, but you could, that could be definitely someone you can extend. Luis Guillorme, Joey Lucchesi, Jeff McNeil, Tomas Nido, and Drew Smith. The renewable contracts, guys in pre-arb right now, Tyler McGill, Sean Reed Foley. I think there was somebody else, but I could not find it. And then, of course, the biggest category of them all is the free agents of guys who are coming off the books, whether they are club, player, mutual, or UFAs. Adam Ottavino.
You got Chungus on here and Givens?
I have him here as a club option.
Yep. Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Just checking.
I have all the club options. I have all the player options and the mutual options of guys who are not full on guaranteed to be back. Because it's in the hands of somebody else or in the hands of both of them. Adam Ottavino, Alex Claudio, who's on a major league deal. I did not realize that. Brandon Nimmo, of course, one of the big names. Carlos Carrasco, who has become a UFA because the vesting option, he did not reach the 170 innings that he was supposed to.
It's still a mutual guy. Tacoma was saying about that. Yeah, I think
I saw it was UFA. I saw UFA.
They were talking about the Mets pod, which don't listen to them.
I'll probably have to update that.
Yeah, I think it's a mutual. I think
I'll update that, but I think you and me mutually know that we probably do not want to bring him back. So, obviously, Chris Bassett with his mutual option of this $19 million that he got. We also have Daniel Vogelbach, who's a $1.5 million, something
1.5,
like that.
Yeah, 1.5.
Club option. It's possible that you bring him back. Edwin Diaz, who could sign before the offseason even starts. We've seen some reports about that too. And then, of course, the big boy himself, Jacob deGrom, is a player option. He has not declined that yet, but we think that he is definitely going to do that. John Curtis, which is a club option, but it just bought out, what was it, the first year of arbitration or something? It was something like that. I
Yeah,
think.
it's something. Yeah,
But it's like a
it's like 750K
option or whatever. Yeah, it's already set in stone. Michael Conforto, who has not played in forever, but is still considered a Mets free agent.
No, he's not.
Well, he is. He's on their list. It's on Spotrac's list. It's on what's it called list as well. Michael Gibbons, mutual option. I might consider bringing him back. I'm not gonna lie, because there is one guy in-house that I'd love to pair him up with as a middle reliever, but that's a different story. I'll say that in a future video. I think maybe next week. Probably be out next week. Seth Lugo, unrestricted free agent. Taijuan Walker, player option, which is worth $6 million, I believe. Trevor May, UFA, and then Trevor Williams, and then Tyler Naquin, also UFAs. Any interest in bringing back Carrasco? Me, not so much personally. I think they need to aim younger with the back end of the rotation. I'm not going to lie. Whether they bring back Jake or not, you have to have Jake and Max there. It's whatever. If you bring back Bassett, I think that there's a lot of number threes on that market that you can replace him with. I would love to bring back Bassett. Again, it's just another factor of guys who can actually do it in New York. But the back end of the rotation, they got to aim a lot younger. Screw Nimmo, get Judge. Listen, we have 101 million. We have 101 million to spend before they hit 290 million.
They're going over. We're going
tax. Exactly. They're going to go over. That's what I mean. So Judge is a possibility. Again, it is a possibility. Do I think that Judge is going to want to play for the Mets? No, it's a different story, but they definitely should go after him if they're going to. Not gonna lie, I want nothing to do with Evaldi, even though I used to be so high on him. You were high on Evaldi, dude. I don't even remember, man. Evaldi.
As a 4 or 5, I'd take him.
I'd take him as a 4 or 5. I'm fine with that. Yeah. Okay. I don't even know where to start, to be honest.
Go in-house before we go external.
Should we re-sign the guy who's the most likely to come back, that they've said that they're going to try and sign before free agency starts or the offseason starts? Should we start with that?
You really want to start with something that we both say never do. We're going to start with something that we never do. We're going to do it.
Get this shitty shit out of the way. I'm not going to lie, man.
Are we doing what I did, or you got something different?
I mean, we can base it off of. I know that, like, if and I think I'm gonna wait it out with the whole deGrom thing of what we bring in and whatever, and what the situation is after that. But deGrom, I'm gonna give the contract that I would offer to him, which I put out in the video. If McGill is healthy, ramping up as a starter by spring, they got to decide if he's going to be a reliever or he's going to be a starter, because like he can't be just flip flopping like that. He did, because that was not good for him at all.
No.
Because like the reason why they said, hey, this guy can be a reliever is because, well, he was throwing harder than ever, and he wasn't when he came back, and he just looked like shit. So,
all right, let's start in house, and then we'll go break away.
So here we go. Off season number 1. Let us know if you guys want us to do this again, and then we'll get to the depth chart, stuff like that. Okay, so in-house shit. Arbitration cases are usually around
February.
Beginning of spring training, February. Yeah. So I guess we can just go straight up to free agency of our free agents of who we're going to bring back.
Yep.
Now, Adam Ottavino.
Gone.
I think you let him walk. What's it called? I think, does this work? I'm allowed to. Can I do that? No, I can't do that. That's right. Okay. Well, he's gonna walk.
Just put 0. Just put a 0 in there. Just make it say G0 or some shit. Yeah.
Okay. Alex Claudio, I want to bring back on a 1-year deal.
On a minor league deal, fine.
Like, I would do that. I would really do that. See how much it would cost to re-sign Nimmo and DeGrom with Judge. I'm genuinely curious.
47 plus.
Want to see that? If you want to see that, links in the description. I have one. You can get a copy of this and you can do it for yourself. I'm gonna probably have to update it throughout, obviously, the off season. But Claudio, I want to bring back on a minor league deal. What did he get last year?
He got league min.
He got league minimum?
He got league min with spring training invite.
Okay. The Claude dog. I think it's just the lefty depth. It's like you just got to do something with it before you even go to free agency.
Or how about you just go sign some lefties? Trade for a lefty.
Fuck those guys, man. Fuck those guys.
No, I got the Claude dog.
What did he get? I want to know.
It's 700. It's 700.
Yeah, I know it's 700K, but I'm trying.
You don't gotta be dude. You're gonna be here for 10 years. You're trying to be.
I'm trying to figure out if I give him a raise or not.
You don't. You want to give him 750. Give him 750. Move on. Next. You're not gonna be here for 10 years. Come on.
All right, I'm giving him 800K.
800K. There you
go. All right, 800K minor league deal. Going against the.
Going against the cap. And his probably won't even go against the cap because it'll be a minor. So it really doesn't matter in this case.
He was on a major league contract though. That was the thing.
But yeah, if you're bringing it back on a minor league, it doesn't matter. So again, we're spending
all right, why not?
6 minutes
1 year. 800K minor league deal. Are you sure he would go for that?
He's 37 years old. He's not getting
37? Where are you getting this information from?
We're wasting time on Alex Claudio. Just give us move on.
All right.
Like he's nobody.
All right, well, your mic's kind of shit right now. You got to switch it out.
Exactly.
It's not. I think your mic's probably switched. You got to use the other one. It's probably unplugged. Loser.
Right, just move on to important people. Let's go.
Brandon Nimmo. He's not that important. Yeah, it's still bad. You stink. Trade for Lamont Wade Jr. for what? What would he do?
DH. Let's go. Come on. Why are we just wasting so much dead air? Let's go. Come on. Keep moving.
I'm trying to check some stuff out, okay? Give me a second, all right?
Yeah, you should have done this beforehand. Let's go. We're doing this live,
Wade
pal.
Jr. from McCann. I don't think that's gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen. The Giants aren't stupid.
All right, Brandon Nimmo. What did you give him in your thing?
22, I think. What did I give him?
Straight up.
What did I give him? Nimmo got 5 years, 110, 22 AAV.
Full on, like.
I do
22.
Yeah, 22. I don't mess around here. I'm not James McCann in the contract. You get a stable number. You ain't getting a raise. You get 22.
Would you bring him back?
Yes. He's more valuable. He's more valuable than the closer and the pitcher. Plays every day.
Okay. Are you sure he plays every day?
I mean, what did he do this year? Every day.
Yeah, he's a good defensive replacement. You probably can get somebody a lot cheaper than that.
He's talking about Kiermaier.
Kiermaier? He's saying Lamont.
No, he said, how about signing Kiermaier too? Yeah, the Mets aren't. They can't, have 2 empty slots in this lineup? No thanks. I get what you're trying to say with getting the defensive value out of Kiermaier, but no. Again, that's why Nimmo should be the number 1 priority, because your options are Aaron Judge or Kevin Kiermaier.
Okay, so solid. Okay. Carlos Carrasco.
Let him walk.
No. Let him walk.
There's plenty of value, high quality 3s and 4s on the market.
Chris Bassett picks up the mutual option.
I think he does, because it's either that or the qualifying offer, and I think he will get. I don't think he's going to get. Age 34, 35, coming off a okay season.
What is that mutual option?
The mutual is 19, and the qualifying is like 19.4. So either way, it's like 19 million.
Okay.
But the mutual, the option they put on is 19.
He'll probably come back. I'm not gonna get his value up. What is it?
What you got?
$19 million player option.
Yeah, it's 19. Yeah, mutual. I think it's a mutual. Is it mutual or player? I think it's mutual. Yeah, it's mutual. But
Okay. Daniel Vogelbach, I think
you can pick him up. I'm not against it, but I'm not. Oh my God, you need to bring him back.
What
It's
is
a
he?
million. It's
1 million?
1.5 million. It's really an easy. Just pick him up, and if he sucks, you can DFA him or whatever.
All right.
No, who's next?
Club option. Edwin Diaz we'll get to in a second. Jacob deGrom we'll get to. John Curtis I do want to bring back. Dropping Bogey would be dumb.
Yeah, again, it's 1.5 million. It doesn't hurt you.
He walks a lot.
I mean, yeah, he's just a fatter version of Brandon Nimmo with no defense. So
Okay, John Curtis.
John Curtis. I just saw him. He's 775K. There you go. It's a club option. There you go.
Okay, club option. Okay. Michael Conforto.
Goodbye.
Okay. Michael Gibbons. Well,
it's 3.5. I can get better, but how old is he? 33. I'd look for better, but if you want to bring him back, you freaking trade it.
I'll look for better first. All right, so Seth Lugo, sorry.
Goodbye. Goodbye. They have his market value at $7 million. If somebody pays him more, if somebody gives him a Trevor May contract, that might be funny. Okay, what do we got here?
A lot of people value Lugo. All right, so I have Taijuan Walker taking his player option, and I'm trading his ass.
Oh, well, you're wrong, because he's going to see what Yusei Kikuchi got, and he's like, I'm better than Yusei Kikuchi. He's opting. He's gone. He's testing that market.
Well, my alternate universe, I think he takes it because he knows he sucks, and what I'm trading his ass.
Well, see, that's the difference. You live in a narrative-based world, and I live in looking at the rest of the market. He knows he can get $10 million somewhere.
Him.
You're not getting anything for him. He's going to go be a freaking Blue Jay because they love signing those guys.
Blue Jay? I mean, he was on the Blue Jays.
You go back to the Blue Jays or whatever. Maybe the Cardinals can use some pitching depth. Like, there are teams that will pay him.
You're no fun. You're no fun.
You're no fun. You're living in a fake reality. I live in he knows his ass. You don't live with asset management. He knows he sees worse pitchers than him getting 12 million or 13 million per year. So he's like, hey.
Are you sure he doesn't even see like how bad he is? So how
I mean, yeah, again, it's in his head. That's why you
Trevor Williams.
You can bring him back, but I'm not giving him more than like
thank you. You can fuck off.
Yeah, May can go. Again, pretty much anyone in that bullpen besides Edwin Diaz can go.
Taijuan Walker, he's gonna opt out.
He's gone.
Trevor Williams. Wait,
I'd bring him back.
I'll wait.
I'm not. I'll wait. I'm not.
Naquin.
Goodbye.
I want to bring back on a minor league deal, but I don't know if he'd take it.
Yeah. If not, goodbye.
Doubt he would take it. What is he projected at?
Naquin, they don't have a value. Yeah, they don't have him valued. Last year he made $4 million. So
yeah, I'm not giving $4 million to a minor leaguer. Get out of here.
So yeah, Taijuan's projected at $14 million.
Yeah, so, Naquin's not signing. DeGrom is leaving. It's official, and then basically just made it. I'm sure he did.
Passing better than him. Of course, passing better than him.
My phone would have blown up if DeGrom left. Okay. Okay.
All right, what else? Come on. And then everybody else in the bullpen, again, we'll talk about Williams, and we'll test the market first.
Okay. Let's change the market. Why not? Okay.
Yeah, the Penguins are up 3-0. Nice.
What do we do next here? Trades?
Well, we got to talk about the elephant of Diaz in the room.
Diaz. Why is he an elephant?
Because he's gone. Because we're paying a reliever multi-years. It's stupid money.
What does he get though?
He's gonna get more than 78 million. That was what's it called? That was Hendricks. He got 78, so he's getting more than that in probably 4 to 5 years. Metro trade Beatty for Tucker. Yeah, the Astros aren't trading Kyle Tucker. I would take fucking Kyle Tucker in a heartbeat.
Did he get 590?
Who?
Diaz.
Maybe 590. Oh, 5 years not. I had him at 5 at 80. I had him at 4 at 88. So
4 and 88. Okay.
I have him at 4 at 22. You could. I wouldn't add 5 years. I go 4 as them. That's what Hendricks got. 4 years for Hendricks. 4 years. Iglesias was what? 4 as well. What did Iglesias? Iglesias got the same thing, like 4 years. I got it right here. Hold on. What the hell are the Braves? What are those poverty ass Braves? There they are.
Let's trade for Robbie Ray. No, thank you.
No, thank you. He got 4 years at 58 last year. So again, it's gonna be, especially after the season, 4 to 88 is probably the minimum you're gonna get. You're gonna have to. That's probably the starting point.
490.
4 at 90. Yeah. I just made it easier. 22 million, and then the options for year 3 and 4.
You have it backloaded at all?
No, again, I don't backload anything. Everything's hard restriction. I'm not stupid.
See, that's what's wrong with you.
I don't move money. You get your annual salary. I'm not messing around. I'm not screwing myself down the line.
See, that's your problem. Okay.
No dead money. You get what you get. You get your number, and you get your number. You're not upset. You get what you get, and you don't get
getting
upset.
500.
I could see somebody stupid like that giving him on the open market, but
Phillies
and Philadelphia, I could see the Dodgers getting just aggressively stupid and giving it to him because they need a closer. So I think he'll get it, but Pete Alonso for Ellie De La Cruz, nice. Throw in Noelfi, and maybe we'll start talking. So just
okay.
So we'll come back to Diaz, and DeGrom is gone. So we were not even offering the contract. He's gone.
No, DeGrom's coming back. Okay.
I mean, 3 at 75 isn't a horrible idea. I would put that in front of him. It's 25 a year, and then like option maybe that 3rd year. I would do that. I would put that.
Same that Cespedes got initially. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about.
I would. Shut up. Enough with your narrative, Paul. But I would put that in front of him. Again, you break the AAV record. You'd break the number. Oh, no, you would be less total money than Hendricks. I think Hendricks was 4 at 78. Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure he was 4 years at 78. Let me confirm that real quick. Chicago White Sox. Liam Hendricks.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh, Hendricks was at 3 years. Oh. So yeah, he's definitely blowing past Hendricks then, because Hendricks got 4 years at 54 plus a $15 million option. That's what they guaranteed him. So, and again, I just think let's get to the market. Give Diaz, give him 4 at 90 or something like that. If you want to backload and be dumb, do that. Backload the options maybe.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying options.
Again, there's options. There's no way he's getting a hard. Again, for me, that's what I'm not paying. I'm not giving him hard years. You're getting 2 hard years and options because I'm getting
this
out
ain't
of
your
this.
money, bitch.
This is not your money.
I mean,
again, you don't want to Raul Iglesias contract. You don't want a Liam Hendricks. You want, you get your AAV, you get your number, but I can get out of this if you turn back to that 19 form. Get out of here. I got an escape hatch.
Form was good.
It was not. Look at the ERA.
Don't care.
So just let him walk. We're wasting way too much time here. Let's go. Put a number on him or let him walk. Put a number on it or let him walk. Because we got a whole 26-man roster and we're wasting way
again,
too much
I
time.
wanna get to arbitration because this is interesting because there is one guy in ARB1 or ARB2. Is Alonso in ARB2?
He's got 2 more years before he's a free agent, so he's an ARB1.
ARB1, okay. What to do with Alonso? Do you pay him? Do you pay Alonso?
I'm not against letting him run out of
because like last year we were like, okay, give it another year. Well, it's another year.
Again, I'm not locking. Again, if he wants to take 27 a year for the next 5 years, fine. But like, I'm not locking up 8 years. I'm not giving him an Austin Riley 8-year deal. Hell no. He wants a 4-year deal, 4-year extension, buyout arbitration, add a year or 2, 5-year deal. Cool. I'm not giving him 8 years. That's my.
But he's Pete Alonso.
I don't care. He's already what? How old's Pete?
Bro, he's Pete Alonso.
I don't give a fuck if he's Mike Trout, which he's not. He's already 27. So if you want to pay him to age 33, fine. Give him a 6-year deal. I'll do that. Buy it as ARB years. Do the Braves, except you didn't pay him when he was 20 years old. You want to give him a 6-year deal, 6 times, let's call it 29 million, 30 million. You gonna do that?
This is how you're gonna treat a generational power threat?
I don't, dude. GMs don't care about that shit. Paying Alonso, exactly. He's great. He's not, 7-8-year deal to Alonso is not smart.
He's not that amazing compared to everybody on this fucking roster. He is.
You're comparing like salad to donuts, like no duh. Like 6 years, like if you want to do 6 years, pay him to age 30. Yeah, if he wants 6 years, 30 million, I'll give him that. That's about it. I'm not giving him any more. If he wants to take a team friendly,
it's just a thought. You don't have to bite my head off.
I mean, I would run what's it called? I wouldn't pay him. You got 2 years of control. You got 2 years of control. But if you want to give him an extension, again, that's why you guys.
Let's just go to arbitration here.
If Arby's probably gonna get like 15. That's what the projected was. I think it was 13 change. I gave him 15. Yeah, I gave him. Yeah.
Okay. Gore. Terrence Gore.
He can just get non-tendered at this point.
He can fuck off.
Yeah, he can get non-tendered. Or again, you can sign him to a minor league contract after spring training, stick him back in Syracuse again if he wants to keep playing. And then we'll bring him back in September.
Fuck Terrence Gore. Okay. David Peterson, he's getting traded.
Traded. Why do I have a feeling with this trade in Mets?
What did you have Pete at?
They project Pete at 12. I gave him 13 to 14. So that the projection was 12. So
12 million. Jesus.
Yeah, I think it was like 12.6. So I gave him 13. Just make it easy. Round numbers.
Here, I'll go 12.8.
All right, McNeil was projected 6.5. So
6.5. I'm giving him a raise to that. I'm going.
See, you're not a good team. You're supposed to treat your players like dirt, and then the arbitrator comes back, and that's.
I'm going 7.5.
So you'd be a horrible GM. You don't never give in to the players.
Dude, he had an incredible year.
He didn't. He hit no pop. He hit a bunch of singles. Whoop-de-doo. So did this whole team.
Yeah, exactly. So what's the fucking difference? Yeah, okay, no. Luis Guillorme, what is he even at?
He's at ARB1. He doesn't deserve anything more than like 1.5 million. Go away.
Okay. Joey Lucchese's an interesting one.
It's like 850, I think it was. So give me 850.
850.
Yeah, arbitration is mean. And dude, he's not. It's a bunch of singles. Was he a Gold Glove nominee? No. Was he a utility nominee? So he wasn't good to defense.
He should have been, but who fucking cares?
Who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares? Who else is ARB? Yeah, like 40.
Had like 40. Exactly.
It acted like a bunch of ground ball doubles. I need some authority hitting. I need some Kyle Schwarber breaking StatCast velocity. Give me
Why do I bring him onto these streams? I should have done this alone. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, you could have. All right, who else? Dayoka and those guys are all renewable contracts. So is McGill.
McNeil's miles better than Pete. I would not say that.
So yeah, Pete breaks StatCast, so he's better. All right, what else we got?
Pete has a lot more value to this modern day baseball.
Yep. If Jeff was in the 90s, he'd be a Hall of Famer.
Should
bring back Miguel Castro. No.
I mean, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Okay. I think I forgot Joely Rodriguez on here, but
who cares? He's gone anyway.
Tomas Nido.
I think he was at one
point. He did get a Gold Glove nomination.
He did. He was the only good defensive player we had.
He was at $2 million last year. I know that because.
All right, so give him like 2.4.
2.4.
4. There you go. A little accomplishment base raise. There you go. 2.4. 2.4. And he actually hit a batting average over his weight.
2.45.
Okay.
I like Tomas. He's a good dude.
Just make your
Bruce Smith.
Hey, bring him back cheap. It's a cheap arm, cost controllable arm. It's not good, but it's a cost controllable arm.
Bruce Smith.
Sign Britton and Chapman. Nice.
They used to be good.
They were used to be good. Trevor.
We should bring in Taylor Rogers and Kenley.
Kenley Jansen. No, Taylor Rogers maybe in as like a second lefty, but no, Kenley. All right, are we in the fun part yet?
No, we are not.
Wasting all this time talking about garbage.
Okay. Tyler McGill, he's like $800K, right? Or no?
He's not even ARB yet. He's renewable.
Yeah, contract. I know. What is he? 200.
He's 700K. Him and Dayoka are both 700K. Leave it.
700K.
Yeah.
Funny who are higher with.
No, the league meant 700.
Reed Foley.
Go DFA. Goodbye. We're not building.
I like him.
Rocks. No. Yeah. Okay.
Listen. I like him, but he does one thing that I don't like.
Exactly.
So...
We need some Gleyber Torres for James McCann. Hey, I'll take who's the one guy? I'll take Isaiah Oswald Peraza for
bye.
Goodbye.
I'm sorry.
Goodbye.
You gotta go. All right. I no more.
All right, we are.
I'm not bringing in Kimbrel. They gotta aim younger.
No, they don't really. They have their young guys coming. They need to just get good people. No,
they gotta aim younger though.
No, they don't.
Have to aim younger.
They're younger in Double A.
Aim younger.
They're younger in Double A. You gotta
stop bringing. Watch the closer roll.
The closer roll's dead.
You sure?
Yeah. Did Edwin Diaz close? Did he close out any playoff games? No, he was in the 7th inning. Closer roll's dead. Unless your name's Josh Hader, because you are amazing.
Kimbrel would be so elite. No, absolutely not.
Gleyber's a 1. All right, come on. What's next? We can speed this up. Taking forever here. We're not even getting rid of McCann yet, and we're already talking about garbage. Let's go.
Well, I'm just being thorough.
You don't need to be thorough. This is a fake exercise. Like, get to the fun part already.
Okay. Darren Ruff.
Goodbye. Next.
Fuck off. Okay. What is it? DFA?
Just outright release. Just get the hell out of here. Retirement. Just go.
That's retained salary, correct? Yeah.
It will still have to pay him $3.5 million just to get the hell out of here. Just go. Go to the Bahamas and never come back to baseball.
Okay, cool. Darren Ruff is dog shit. Okay.
Trade Brett Beatty and he no thank you. I don't need a ground ball merchant and a fly ball merchant. No thanks. We'll just keep our one ground ball merchant.
Noah Syndergaard to replace Trevor Williams. No. Okay. Yeah, we gotta get more creative than this. Okay. Mets, DFA, Darren Ruff. Eat shit. You're terrible. Waste of fucking energy.
Come on. All right. What's next? Just like Aaron Judge. Hey, finally a Howard parallel one. Tell Darren Ruff to enjoy. Exactly. Tell him to just go have fun. Go to Korea. Go literally anywhere else. And come on, who's next?
Does that count against the tax? I don't even know.
The $3 million. No, that just goes. Yeah, that actually does. The 3.5 goes.
It does.
Against
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. Zero there, so it doesn't fuck up there. Okay. Cool. Pre-arb salaries. I have it at here. What the hell? Okay, have it there. What the fuck? Why does this not work? Thank you. Jesus Christ. Okay, cool. All right. We are, let's see. We have 17 million before they hit the fourth luxury tax, which they're probably going to exceed either way.
Either way, so we're not really caring. So let's actually get to the fun part, and let's actually sign and trade some people, because we're wasting time on Sean Reed Foley.
What does Drew Smith get?
825K, I think it was. What's Drew Smith there?
Cool. Okay.
What is Drew? Yeah, I think it's like 825K. Yeah. All right, let's go.
I'll go 1.7 for Guillorme.
Drew Smith is somehow on ARB 2, but literally making nothing. Cool.
He stinks. Okay.
All right. Enough wasting time on these 40-man roster. Let's actually build a 26-man roster.
Who we bringing in? Who we adding?
We got to, again, Scherzer, Bassett's brought back, so we've got 2 starters. Start with the rotation. So how do you fill the rest of that rotation up, pretty much?
Okay. Jacob deGrom
is gone because he's going to the Braves. So Jake's gone. So how do we replace Jacob deGrom, Carlos Carrasco, and Taijuan Walker?
All right. Carlos Rodon.
We got Rodon is out there that you could also make trades. Guys who are pending free agents, the Rays potentially, Tyler Glasnow, the
We're just
Brewers.
gonna copy your video. Lovely.
No, I'm just exactly. You wanted to make this, and again, check out my video. Mine's 20 minutes. Boom, dead. No dead air. Let's go. But yeah, you got to start starting pitching. So we make a trade. There's a certain outfielder. There's some pitching out there. You got trade chips like Corbin Burns, but then you could trade maybe Shane Bieber. The Indians or Guardians always trade their pitchers. Maybe that Freddie Peralta, the Brewers potentially as well, Woodruff as well. So if you do that, the rotation market is again, it's old. Starting pitchers.
Trevor Bauer.
No, he's not on this conversation. Again, you got Carlos Rondon, you got Nate Eovaldi, you've got Nola's optional picked up, so is Severino, Sean Manaea, Mike Clevenger, Andrew Heaney, we don't want to touch. Tyler Anderson, we don't want to touch. Clevenger, Drew Smiley, Dylan Bundy, Chris Archer, and then you get a bunch of useless crap. Then you look at guys potentially trade chips with guys with term, obviously 2024. You're looking at
Tariq
Skubal is an option. Lucas Giolito, Miles Michaelis, Blake Snell was an option. I've seen people talk about trade options. I don't know about for the Mets, but just in general.
What can we even out with?
What?
See what we can even out with. Let's go into the trade values lab.
Yeah, there's not much.
I want to trade for some starting pitching.
If again, you can go out and get, Julio Urias. They're not going to trade Tyler Mahle. Who cares? The Yankees would probably trade Frankie Montas. I mean, the Cardinals will trade Jack Flaherty because they're just enough of his injuries, just like Jacob deGrom. 2025, you've got guys like Lance Lynn, Glasnow, Armand Marquez, John Means with the Orioles. Would they trade him already? Daniel Hudson, Bieber, Burns. So Walker Buehler, Woodruff. So you've got some guys potentially we could trade for Steven Matz. No. Good dude, though. Just no.
He's not a good dude. He's a loser.
Steven Matz is a good person. He's a good person.
Loser. I don't care.
Exactly.
All right.
My point exactly. Yeah, Tariq.
His trade value is 40.
It's expensive. Again, it's going to cost you something. And again, the Mets don't have assets to trade, or
right.
Twitter.
David Peterson, how much?
David Peterson, in your 3 trade value. Why not you come down? I mean Seattle. No,
Well, why
Chris
don't you
Sale.
whip up a trade then, smartass?
All right, let's do it. We talking about Tariq Schoolball? Is that the gimmick? Is this what we're doing?
Yeah.
This is
Ooh,
this is
Kevin
our
Parada?
no. We're talking Tariq School. Why is Tariq Schoolball?
Khalil for Schoolball, who says no. The Tigers, they hang up the phone and laugh at you.
I mean, are we sure the Tigers did just extend Javi Baez to like a 9-year deal? So they are pretty stupid.
A 9-year deal. Quinn
Or
Brody is still with this team. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's still hanging around. So the Mets,
spring training legend.
the Tigres. All right. Tariq Schoolball. I don't know why this is the guy everyone's like wanting, but okay. Tariq Schoolball, lefty, trading the Mets. So you got to have 40. They also have some bad contracts you could take on? Do they have a contract like that?
Oh yeah, I forgot about bad contracts.
How bad was Eduardo Rodriguez last year? Jesus.
Was he bad?
I guess they got a negative 21 trade value. I think he did struggle. I know he struggled. I don't think he was that bad.
I wouldn't mind him, but
Baez negative 31.5. Jesus. I mean, they didn't pay anybody. They're all young and just bad. So there's no other guy we're taking back. The Mets would have to give up.
Chafin has his option.
Chafin will probably opt out. What do we got here for the Mets?
Okay.
I mean, Colin Holderman, MLB trade values. He's not even on the team anymore. Lindor is now finally positive. I mean, you could move Lucchesi in this deal.
I'm not moving Lucchesi.
I would for somebody who can actually pitch.
Here's a guy. Here's someone I would consider.
Who?
Trading for.
Oh, where's Matt Allen? Can we just trade Matt Allen for
him? Why not?
Mauricio
pissed off at that. So
exactly is my comment section.
Can somebody tell me what the fascination is with Matt Allen? 10 fucking innings for the last 3 years.
But
what is the fascination with this dude?
Nick Plummer does. Who's this? No, David. Oh, David Peterson. So let's see, David Peterson. That's not even close. Tariq Schoolball. I mean, again, the Mets are not an opportunity. They don't really have assets to trade, so they have to go in free agency because they've got nothing.
Dylan Cease?
They're not. If they can barely afford Tariq Schoolball, they're not going to be able to freaking acquire Dylan Cease, who's probably going to finish second in Cy Young. The Mets have to go. They have to go free agency. They have no.
I do want to make one trade as to.
It's not going to be for a starting. You can make a trade, but we're not going to make. They don't really have the assets to go out and get a superstar or an actual Chris Bassett level
superstar. I'm talking about an end of the rotation guy.
There's plenty of those guys in the market in free agency to sign.
Okay, I didn't ask for the sass.
It's just like if you want to make a trade for a bat, okay, that makes sense. Because but there's the free agent, there's depth. If you want for 3s and 4s, there's plenty of guys in the market to go sign for 3s, 4s, and 5s. So you don't have to give up any assets. Because the Mets again don't have nobody. Again, unless you're gonna get pissed off, because Matt Allen has to get traded or Eric Orrs.
I mean, I'd trade him in a heartbeat at this point.
I mean, of course, because again, asset management, a guy hasn't pitched, and if he has any value, you would think about it. Unless you're.
What could you get for Matt Allen? That's my question. Not much. Look at this, 6.8.
I mean, that's a decent piece. That's a bullpen arm. I mean, you trade a healthy arm for a friggin' non-healthy arm. I'll take that in a heartbeat. The fact that Alonso's only at 9 trade value is kind of funny. That's kind of funny. Y'all think he's that
fat.
Good. He's fat, and all he does is hit homers. Jose Budo 2, Canna, Carrasco, Cortez is 1, Jake is 0 because he's no longer with the squad. Again, this team cannot really make trades unless Guillorme's got a 5 trade value. Dominic Hamill, you look at their farm system, there really isn't value like Hamill. Holderman's not even here anymore. Khalil Lee's at 2.
You can't do that.
Lucchese's got a little bit of value. Mauricio at 12. McGill at 9. Deoka's a 1. Jet Williams is what?
Who? Matt Allen for Lucas Lidke.
I mean, hell, why not?
I mean, I have Allen for Gray right here, but I don't think that's enough.
Allen for what Gray?
Sonny Gray.
I would no thank. I don't want to take 10 years to watch a game. I'm already old enough. But again, the Mets are not in a trade. They cannot make trades right now. Unless you're doing small, like again, Aaron Bummer levels of trades. The Mets aren't going to be able to get a pitcher. They have to go on the free agent market. If you want to get a DH,
Well, here's the
you want
trade
to.
I am going to make. James McCann, you're fucking gone.
Okay, that's a start.
You shit. Okay.
Ronnie
He's going
Mauricio is
to-
not better than Volpe. No.
He is
Again,
going to the KO.
Of course. Again, not how that works. So, no.
Okay, so
Blade Tidwell's a 5.
you had him going to the White Sox.
I had him for the White Sox. You could trade him for another bad contract. That idea is still possible if you want. But I did him for a lefty reliever. And I had a couple of pitching prospects and get it done. Like, it gives you the lefty you need, and then you can also sign Mauricio had the higher betting average. Yeah. I'll whip up the trade I had beforehand. So White Sox. Matt Allen is in this trade. James McCann is in this trade. James McCann and Eric Orrs. Where's Eric Orrs? Orrs, whatever the
dumbass.
same shit. And of course, put David Peterson. David Peterson does not, sadly, as much as I would love to see trade David Peterson, get him out of this trade.
Gregory Soto.
I mean, again, I'd rather have the guy that I targeted or anyone in the White Sox pen compared to Soto. Allen to the White Sox.
Let's fuck around here. Hold up.
McCann to the White Sox, and Eric Orrs. Because again, the White Sox have some bad contracts that you could eat. A bad contract for a bad contract. So the Orsi, Allen, and McCann are -8. And then if you look at Bummer, where's Bummer? Bummer's at -6. And you have some other options. If you wanted to go 2 lefties, you can go Diekman. You could go the guy Garcia, the utility guy they got, potentially to move a bad contract. I mean, you could throw that. You could throw Grandal in there, and it's a pretty fair trade. If you do Bummer and Grandal to the Mets for Allen, McCann, and Orsi, the White Sox would get better value than the Mets. That trade works. Pete for Seiya Suzuki. What else we got, chat? Carlos Rondon, 5 years at 150. Jesus. He could have a revenge. Again, and the Mets can get out of the money faster, and the White Sox just have to take more money but less AAV this year than next year. James McCann could fix
wherever I send McCann, I need him to suffer though.
No, who cares? He's off your team.
I need him suffering though.
No. Just get him off the team. I don't give a shit what he does after the fact. How is Tim Anderson 40 value? That's a little overrated.
He's not paid. He's not locked down at all.
Oh yeah, isn't he a free agent next year?
I think so. Yeah.
So okay, that makes sense. But no, he should be less value. You only have 1 year. The Yankees are moving on from Higashioka too. I mean, you want James McCann? Hell, you can have James McCann. I don't like Higashioka, but it gets us out of the money. It would give us some more money to spend down the line, which my main thing. I mean,
Yelich -126.
Oh yeah, he's again. This is because his contract. They gave him that big contract, and he's not.
Yeah, and he
playing.
stinks.
Yeah, exactly. He's not performing. If he's performing, it'd be like a -25. Like Lindor is finally positive after a bad year last year. He's back to being positive. All right. So we have done nothing. We're almost an hour in.
Okay. And we could always finish it up some other time. We're just talking here.
We did that last year, and then send Meccano. Yeah, because Oakland is the notorious taking on bad contracts team.
They took on Elvis Andrus.
Yeah, but they got like
no
a prospect
reason.
Well, because they occasionally are. I mean, they got Sean Murphy, and they got Langoliers, and they got Soderstrom. They ain't going for a catcher.
Kyle Hendricks.
You could flip him to. You could do that, and put him at the. That's actually not a terrible idea.
Kyle Hendricks.
That's not a terrible idea. Cubs.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Let me see if I can whip something up here. Kyle Hendricks is a negative 10.
Do I want to do it? No.
You know what I kind of want as a bench bat? If you want to go like,
would you do McCann and Guillorme for Bodie?
Bodie is what? He's a utility guy?
Yep.
What's his first name? Oh, David Bodie. Oh. I wouldn't. You know me, I don't care about Guillorme. So Bodie gives me a little more. He does give me a little bit more position.
You don't like minorities. I know that.
Okay, we're not saying that on stream. David,
Okay.
I mean, I know he does play the outfield too. Does he have lefties?
I think that's what he does. He's known to do.
Because I know he can play. He gives you outfield flexibility. He gives you infield flexibility, which I'm all for. Bringing some more flexibility to the bench.
It's like I'm trying to balance something out.
Fangraphs, piss off. Dude, where is this guy?
Here's another thing we would do because the infield depth is so shit on this team.
What's the splitting at lefty? No, this man did not hit lefties at all last year. He's more of a righty. Yeah, he's more of a righty guy.
Okay, but I do want to do something with that. I want to add something with Hendricks.
I'm not against throwing Hendricks and Bodie. I don't hate it.
Here's what we can do here. Actually,
can we get Clint Frazier?
I'm not opposed to it.
Wait a minute. Let Nimmo walk.
You may be onto something, my friend. I know exactly where you're going. And I like it.
Because it brings the value down if you're taking both of them on. Take Bodie out.
Nimmo's gone. Sorry, Nimmo.
Take Bodie out. Put Hap in there. Because Hap is hurt. So right now you're looking at 3 value, and if you left McCann in there, you make it work. I don't know if you can. I guess you can take because they're going to lose. They're losing Contreras too. They need a catcher.
You have to put Vientos in there.
I would put Vientos. I don't care.
You'd have to put Vientos in there.
I'm not against moving Vientos.
I know you're not. Me neither. What's your diamond in the rough prospect that no one talks about?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a really good question.
Michel Otañez.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah,
he's pretty nice.
Keyshawn Askew. I guess that's our next article.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's our next kind of lefty. Has like a nasty delivery. He just snuck into the top 30 prospects. Now he's number 30 on MLB Pipeline. Go give him a look.
For him, I love.
Go give him a look on MLB Pipeline. I mean, if you want to do Allen, Ventos, McCann, and Orrs for Hap and Hendricks, right now the value is slightly in the Mets' favor at 2 wins or 2%.
Hap and Hendricks.
Hap and Hendricks to the Mets for Allen, Vientos, McCann, and Orrs.
Jeez. Okay. What an overhaul. Just to get this fucking fat guy out of here. Nice.
Again, you're going to have to give up assets to move McCann. You're not getting...
Well, you're going to have to give up assets to get Hap.
Exactly. So you just move the McCann contracts. The one, they need a catcher. You might have to pay, give them $10 million to cover, make it $15 million for them or $14 million for them. Send them $10 million, and you're taking on the Kyle Hendricks monstrosity of a contract. So it's bad contract for bad contract. Paul Graves, he looks like Randy Johnson. Aaron Hicks for James McCann. Hell, anything just to get rid of James McCann at this point.
I'll add a Zach McKinstry here for the minors.
For the minors, if you want to do that,
I'd add a Zach McKinstry.
Brennan Davis he had a horrible year last year. That is something.
A 6-player trade with McCann.
But it's bad. It's kind of the Cano deal.
It's
to an
crazy
extent.
though. It's crazy to think about because like McCann is like the greatest catcher this game has ever seen.
Hey, he's gonna go and revival back in his hometown of Chicago, where he had his best years in Chicago.
From Arkansas or California.
He's from Texas, but obviously his best years came.
Then why the hell did he come here?
I don't know, because we paid him $40 million, and nobody was dumb enough to pay him $40 million.
I wasn't dumb enough.
It was funny that the Angels were involved too. That was kind of funny too.
The Angels, man, they're smart, man. They're smart with their money, you know.
What about that dude Cody Heidi or whatever the hell his name is? I can never say his name. The reliever, Cody Heidi or whatever. What the hell's his name?
I just got a good idea. I just got a sexy idea.
Are we finishing this trade or not? What are we doing here?
We'll do this trade and then we'll finish off. We'll finish off the trades and then we'll probably hop off the stream. And I don't know. Maybe we'll make this a live stream series. We'll say.
Possibly. So what's Habs? What's Habs money?
Here's my proposal here.
Oh boy, this is just gonna be. I know this is definitely just gonna be spiteful.
No, it's not spiteful at all. It's a man that I love who is pretty nice.
I mean, if you think about it, Kyle Hendricks is just the pitcher version of James McCann. Contract-wise. I'm not saying talent-wise. I'm saying contract-wise. It's literally the same contract. So you could just, again, swap for swap. They need a catcher. We want a pitcher. Excuse me. And then Hap would have to pretty much give the prospects for.
Okay.
Because he's making 14 this year and then 16 next year. I'm talking about Kyle Hendricks.
Okay, Hap is only
making. Oh God!
In return for
Hap's an ARB3.
And then also, who else did we put in there? Allen.
The trade was Hap and Hendricks for Allen, McChicken, Vientos, and Orrs.
Allen, Vientos, and Orrs.
Yeah, McChicken in there too, right? Don't forget McChicken.
Yep. For Kyle Hendricks.
Hendricks' monstrosity of a contract, and then Ian Happ at last year of arbitration.
Happ.
Happ's money. Yeah, Happ's going to be probably, if you want to throw a number on Happ's, probably going to be like 13.
All right. Well, what is he? ARB3.
He's ARB3.
ARB3.
He's probably going to make 13, and then Kyle Hendricks next year will be making $14 million.
$14 million.
How bad was he last year?
When is he a free agent?
He still has 2. He's McCann. He's literally he's McCann. He's next year in the year.
He's the McChicken? Okay.
He's McChicken's contract. He's making a little more from the McChicken, $2 million more than that last year at 16.
Okay, so that's the full McCann contract. Get him out of here.
I mean, if they threw in another sweetener, we could throw him $10 million in cash. If they threw in another sweetener, if you wanted to do
that. Fuck him. No.
So
I ain't paying for that dog shit. All right.
And then you pencil in Kyle Hendricks as your 5.
I'd do that, yeah.
And then you'd put what? Would you move Marte back to center and then put Cannon right and Happ in left?
I'm putting Happ in center.
Yeah. You want to do that? Really?
I'd put Happ in center.
Yeah.
I mean, and then there's also that other outfielder.
What other outfielder?
Who's on the market?
We could.
You're letting him walk. I mean, you're trading for one guy in ARB3.
And then you can move Cannon to the bench.
You can have Cannon on the bench because he's older now.
Yeah, Cannon becomes your 4th outfielder. Hap goes to, it's an idea. Or you could go.
What was that contract that Kyle Hendricks had?
He's got 14 this year, and he's got 16 next year.
No options?
No, this year is no. Everything is full on guaranteed. UFA in 2020. UFA in 2026.
Fucking idiots.
The Cubs for you.
Chicago.
What do you say? The Cubs took another L today. So there's another trade. So now you have Hap taking over in left field. And you've got your 5 starter being what's it called? So you still need to assign, if let's say Bassett's your number 3, you still need a replacement number 2 and a number 4 starter. Justin Verlander. I'm not paying another 50-year-old reliever. That's why Jake's leaving. All right, what else? So again, we've got a piece switch hitter in the lineup, which is our second switch hitter, which is good.
Traded to Chicago. Having that right next to James McCann's name just makes me so horny. Okay.
And then who else? Now Brandon Nimmo walks in this scenario. So now that cleared up $20 million.
We'll miss you, Nimmo. I love you, man.
So you free up $10 million pretty much. If you give 20 to Nimmo, half now it's 13.
Wire. Hendricks. Hap. Or McCann. Plus 3 assets.
So let's finish up the rotation, and then I guess we could end it. Or you want to finish the lineup? Want to get the DH?
I want to see what other trades you can do because I think there's something else you could do.
Okay.
Offload something.
And I don't want to spoil a future video, so I won't even say it. But you want to finish the rotation at least?
Yeah, let's finish this rotation.
Or do you want to wait? Or do you want to wait until the video is out to come back to finish the rotation?
Dude, we said we're not going to say anything.
I didn't say anything. I could be talking about 3 different things. I didn't say anything. I'm just saying something vague.
I think we gotta.
I could be talking about Corbin Burns. I could be talking about Shane Bieber.
Okay.
At least get the number 4 spot done because there's plenty of options to sign a 4th starter, and then we'll keep the number 2 spot open. Or you want to just go out and sign the number 2 guy?
Before I saw Hendricks, I would have taken a flyer on Chris Sale.
Oh, hell no. We already have one.
He wasn't going to cost that much.
No. He's making $26 million. No, you already have one of those, Jacob deGrom.
He's free agent.
No, he's not. He's player options. And he ain't going to say no to those player options. Where's Boston?
I thought he's
Boston. Dude, Boston's below the average.
He's a UFA, isn't he?
No. Chris Sale's got player options.
Never mind.
Exactly. He ain't stupid. Nope. He's going to take $30 million next year. He's going to take $30 million the year after. And he's going to take probably 20 the year after. He ain't going nowhere.
Dummy.
That's the Red Sox fault, man. They went and gave him that max extension without playing 2 years for them. Jesus. So let's go into free agency. I guess finish the 4th starter, and if you want to find,
let's dive into free agency.
So obviously we know the names that are out there. There's some good options for a 4 starter.
Okay. I don't. I want to educate myself.
What do you could sleep in since the Mets are eliminated? Come on.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Free agency.
Yeah.
I got a gnat sitting there.
Pictures.
So there is a good surplus of good 3s and 4s out there. Most of them around the San Diego Padres, pretty much. Just like the Mets, their whole rotation needs to be free agents.
Aaron Nola has a club option. That is just so fucking disrespectful, man.
Well, that's when they gave him that extension when he was coming up.
I think Rodon's your guy.
If that's the only free agent number 2 to go out and get, he's gonna make $30 million. They got it's $30 million.
Rodon's the guy.
I mean, yeah. For the number 2 spot.
Do you go with a cheap 4 here, or do you?
There's plenty of
4s 4 and then bring number 99 to the Queens, or
there's something to think about. I mean, you can go out and spend again.
Taiwan Walker.
No thanks. Clevenger. You got
I
Mania.
wouldn't
You've
mind
got
Clevenger.
I wouldn't mind Clevenger at all.
Here's one guy I
Kyle,
wouldn't mind. Jameson
who?
Tyone.
I thought he was on my list for my video. I thought about it. You could make if he's my 5, I'd feel a little more comfortable than my 4. Because I want my 4-star like Chris Bassett. I want a guy that's just going to give me innings. Like I don't need him to be elite. I just need innings out of him.
Well, Kyle Hendricks can give you
He'll give me exactly. He's in the.
I mean, he got
5th
hurt
spot.
last year, but he's
majority of his career. He's just giving you innings. They're not great.
I just don't want to take I don't want to take like a gamble flyer. It's
like for me, I'm looking at like 3 names. Evaldi.
Miley?
Yeah. Like for me, it's like Evaldi, Clevenger, Mania. Like those are the 3 I see for that 4 spot. Like, those are like the 3 best names, unless you want to go like reclamation project, which I don't particularly think we should. Because I'm thinking of like, hey, who's the $12 million Carrasco replacement? That's how I see it. And like Mania will probably take that. Clevenger could. It depends,
Greinke would never come here.
Greinke would never come here, so I'm not even looking at him. Wade Miley doesn't get me going. Jake Odorizzi, no thanks. I'm staying away from the Dodgers, guys. They're
no Heen dog?
I mean, how bad was Kyle Gibson that bad this year?
Nah, stay away from that. Martin Perez is an interesting one.
Again.
That would be on cheap, man. That would be on cheap.
We're not. Oh, he had a bad. He did it. Oh, his FIP wasn't that bad.
Fippy?
Fippy wasn't terrible. As a 4-starter.
Give me Heen dog.
It was. Let's see. Was he just a Dodgers? I mean,
no, he was good this year.
I just don't trust the Dodgers guys. Like they're just gonna.
Martin Perez, he was good this year.
What?
Is it just the age?
And he's never. This is the only time in his career he's ever done this. So I'm not like, ooh.
You give him like, what would be his? Well, what did he make last year?
Who?
Martin Perez.
Perez made $4 million last year. He's gonna get $10 million. Or
would you give him
I'd rather go.
Would you
better.
give him a Rick Porcello contract?
If I'm doing that, I'm going and getting the better guy a little more money. Again, I would go Clevenger or Mania or.
I like Martin Perez though. I do like him.
I just don't like his. Again, I just don't try. I think this could be a little bit of flukiness. 1 year, never doing this again.
I wouldn't say that.
Martin Perez.
See, I know more than you in this department. So.
Do you though?
Yes.
The dude had a 3.27 FIP. Had a higher FIP than his ERA. That's bad. That's flukiness.
Well, I mean, if you're sub 3, you're fine.
He's never and again, this is his best season of his whole entire career.
He's such a sexy ground ball guy.
But again, this is the one outlier of his career. Everything else has been 5 or high 4s. Like again, if you gave him the contract, give him like a 7-8 year deal or 8 years, $8 million deal, maybe. I just don't trust Wade
The thing
Miley.
about him is that he's got the kitchen sink. That's the thing. He's got the kitchen sink.
Like,
Drew Smiley's a little old.
Yeah, Smiley's older.
Or no, he's not old. Like he's 34 or whatever, but he's just have a lot of mileage.
Dude, how good was Michael Walker this year?
Fuck Michael Walker. Bringing that dude back.
Again, if you want to talk a Tyon, Clevenger, Mania,
I think Tyone's a guy you. Tyone could be a 4.
I'm not. I wouldn't. I don't. Again, he was on my list. If you want to do,
you're gonna have to overpay for him though.
That's the other thing. Do you really? I don't know. Like you're testing the open market. You're like, if we didn't get Kyle Hendricks, I kind of like Corey Kluber on a cheap deal.
Klub dog.
I like him on a cheap. Again, keyword being cheap deal, like $6 million. He did pitch well for the Blue Jays this year.
Cueto he was pitched well, but he's old as shit, man.
Cueto's no thanks.
Cueto is old.
So again, you're looking at that group.
Breaking down. Yeah.
Again, we have to go look in that group. It has to be one of Mania, Tyone, Clev Dog, Heaney, if you want to throw him in there. Michael Lorenzen, like you're in that class. Like
Here's
I don't want it to be.
Here's a possibility. You talked about dealing Lucchese, correct?
Anything's on the table for me.
Actually, no, that wouldn't work. He's going to get starter money.
Who?
Martin Perez is going to get starter money.
Yes, he's not getting.
So,
he's not going.
Yeah.
Again, it's pretty much like
Should we bring back Dick Mountain?
Bro, Noah Syndergaard is expected to get less than what he made this year. That's funny.
Well, I mean, yeah.
That's funny. He was making 21. They got him projected.
The Angels market is so much different from the actual market. That's the crazy thing.
I mean, at this point, hell, you bring Carrasco back at this point. Because like you're gonna overpay for Clevenger, you're gonna overpay for Tyon, you're gonna overpay for all these guys. It does kind of make sense just to bring Carrasco back at $12 million. Because it's gonna cost you 13 or more for all those guys.
Yeah, Heaney, you don't want to touch.
I'm not against. I prefer not to take Heaney on, but again, I just think you're gonna have to pay more for those guys than just take $12 million of Carrasco.
Matt Boyd's an interesting one too.
He pitched well out of the bullpen for Seattle.
Seattle.
Their bullpen was nasty.
I think Martin Perez is the guy.
You know who's a guy? You know who's a guy that people like was Chad Kuhl. I'm not saying I liked him, but a lot of people
got the kitchen sink, man. He got the kitchen sink,
but no velocity. No, he was bad. He had 37%.
He's mid 90s. He caps out about 94.
Again,
he's a ground ball guy. He's like a John Neese, man.
Am I really turning on just bringing Carrasco back at this point?
Fuck me.
Like again, do you want to?
That's a cheap out in my.
But do you want to pay $15 million for Jameson or 15 north of 15 for Tyon, Manaea, Clevenger, those guys? That's what's going to cost.
Are you going to have a lot of term behind it?
It's 1 year, $12 million. It's the option for what's it called? It's the option. Just pick the. You're gonna. It's probably gonna have to be 2 years for all those guys because they're all mid-30s, the early 30s. They're not like 38. All those guys are gonna want multi-year deals.
Like good,
but also again,
Carrasco's not getting any better. I'm not saying Tyon's not getting any better, but it's like
I just think if you want to go out and get splurgy bats, if you want to go splurge on a bat, I think the Carrasco comeback, take the option might be the best deal because I think you're going to have to pay 15 to 17 for a guy like Eovaldi or Manaea might be like 12, might be the same, but you're probably going to have to give him like 3 years because this is his only time he's probably going to get paid.
The only thing I'm thinking about is literally just moving Tyler McGill to the rotation. That's literally all I'm thinking of right now because I'm not. Carrasco is just like...
So you're literally telling the rotation to be what? Max, Bassett, McGill, what's it called? Now Kyle Hendricks, and then who? Like
Connor Gray.
Shut up. I hate you. I hate you so much. Like you're gonna have to spend on somebody. If it's Rondon,
I think Clevenger could be the guy.
Again,
Clevenger might be the guy. I'm not gonna lie.
Clevenger, do they have Clevenger?
Clevenger's gonna be under 10 mil. You know he's going to be.
He made $9 million last year. He's gonna go north of
I thought he made $7 million last year.
He made 8.75.
8.5.
8.5.
That's what he got.
Yeah. So he's gonna be north of 12 because he's gonna get open market bonus.
So we're gonna give him Syndergaard contract? Just overpay?
I mean, I'm not saying that, but it's gonna cost you probably 15, 13 and more. 15, maybe 17. Because Clevenger has some track record of being a pretty solid 3 in the league. He came off the injury, in 2021? He got hurt in 20, right? Because he came over in 19 in the trade with Cleveland. And he got missed the whole season. Like, let's see. It's just going to cost something. I don't know.
Ian Happ definitely went. That was a good one.
Wait, what?
That was a good that's a good move.
I mean, let's see. Clevenger last year,
you don't need to spend big on the center fielder.
When he's playing left
next
field.
year.
Yeah, he's playing left field.
The outfielder.
Clevenger last year, 4.33, 35% ground ball rate, a FIP of 5, which was great.
Fippy.
Last couple of years, he didn't pitch in 2021, 2020, 3 ERA, 2019, 2.71, 3.3. The FIPs are always about, a good FIP in 2020, 2019, good FIP, 2.94. I mean, you want to do Clevenger $14 million for 2 years?
Here's what I'd do.
Because the answer is our video coming up this week.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the answer. So video coming up that we'll put in the next stream, because that's the answer.
Yeah.
Because everybody would go back down a spot, and it would go Max, him, Bassett, or if you brought Carrasco back, Hendricks at 5.
Okay.
So leave the 2 spot in the rotation open.
Okay. I think Martin Perez is the guy, in my opinion. I'm going to take him.
That's the guy you want to go for.
He's an all-star.
He was an all-star, but really had a really bad MLB The Show card.
He's got the kitchen sink, though. I need some funk.
He throws like 9. You have Chris Bassett. You don't need more junk. You got Chris Bassett and Max Scherzer. Like, they all have junk in their repertoire.
What, you telling me we need a flamethrower?
Yeah, but except somebody's going to pitch. Or at least somebody with like a mid-96, 97
Carlos
fastball.
Rodon.
That's the only other guy in free agency. It's not going to cost you anything. But one, I think he's going to stay in San Francisco. I think he wants to stay in. That's why they didn't trade him. And 2, you're going to give him $30 million a year. Like, what? I gave him what? Give him $92 million over 4 years. Yeah, I gave him. Oh yeah, so I gave him 25 a year.
Jake, where you at?
So
where you at, Jake? What's going on, my man?
I mean, you went.
What else?
It's either you pick Jake and you let Diaz and Nimmo walk, or you pick Diaz and Nimmo. But we already let Nimmo walk.
Yeah, Nimmo's walking.
I mean, if you want to give him $46 million,
and this is the alternate universe here.
If you give him $46 million, you're putting a lot of money. I think Hendricks and all that. Oh, that's a lot of money in the rotation. That's the problem. They need some turnover, but
Jake, welcome back.
Right.
Let's go. I'm gonna go with the contract I did. What was it? Right. 3 years, one.
What did you say? 140, I believe. I'll check. I'll give you the exact once I find your tweet. Excuse me.
Welcome back, Jake. $44 million, I know, for the first year.
Wait, so what's the score of the Astros now? They whooping the
Astros. I think it's. I don't think anybody scores.
Somebody said Bregman homer.
Yeah, Bregman homer 3-2. Astros right now. Yankees just scored 2.
Ah. Where's your DMs? Where is it? Where's your contract at? Why do you send me so much dumb shit? Just bury your freaking time.
It's 3 years.
I know 44 million is this shit. That's all that really matters. You made 44 million.
3 years,
140, and then a $48 million player option for next year if he hits 120 innings, and then 48 mutual.
Fair option. Guaranteed is a mutual option, and all right. Welcome back, Jake.
There you go.
So for 2025.
Yeah, it was a mutual option for the 3rd year.
Yeah.
As a player option the 1st year.
Welcome back, Jakey. Now, to trade Francisco Lindor.
Yep. What are we doing? What are we doing, folks?
I think this is where we ended off, right here.
Yeah, because the rotation is done now, because Jake would be in, and then, yeah.
All right. Well, for those of you who tuned in, thanks for joining us. We'll probably do maybe another one of these. Maybe these two guys will, maybe him and Frank, maybe he'll do one, or maybe I'll do one with Frank or something. We'll do something like that. If you guys want to do this yourself, it's pretty easy. It's pretty self-explanatory. In the description below, there's a link to it where you can make a copy to it. As for that, either there's going to be a video about a certain big piece of news tomorrow or the next day. We're probably going to record that either tonight or tomorrow. Make sure to check out our newest video of 8 questions the Mets need to answer immediately. It's doing pretty well. Thank you guys so much for that. Other than that, tons of stuff coming out during the offseason. We're just getting started here, even though the Mets are going home and already home, sitting on the couch. So other than that, we'll see you guys next time. EmpireSportsMedia.com for all your New York sports needs. Not just Mets, not just baseball, football, hockey, all that stuff. All of our links are in the description to follow us individually. We'll see you guys next time. Let's go Mets. And hopefully we can get to this offseason. We'll see you guys.